you've got so many hours in a day.
Yes.
And I've got to make sure that you're focused on bringing the money in, because otherwise we'll have nothing.
Yes, yes, yes. Please go ahead, Neil. Who do you think are really?
I think Amy, the girl in Florida, who is connected to Japan, she's a bloody fireball. She's a cracker.
She's really great, yeah.
And she's already, you're working on this stuff at her dealership. She's chasing it down. She's connecting us with a relation in Japan, which is with TOSAS. I don't quite understand who TOSAS's end user is, but I wasn't going to get into that yesterday. So we'll let it run, and then we'll pick it up later and see how that goes. But certainly the idea of going in for a bid for £1.5 billion for a 24-month period of work is money for everybody, so that would be great. But I think she's great, yeah? I think Alexander is great, and I think he's got a passion, but he needs to be bringing, real projects to the table that
Correct.
We as AI Infinity can take. Otherwise, he might end up being a bit of a talker rather than a doer, yeah? So,
you're absolutely right. I think I'm completely with you. Please do not take any time you have. Please open up freely. I want the critical feedback.
Please understand these conversations are only between you and I.
Yes.
Between anybody else.
Of course.
So I think that's good. I certainly think that I tell you who I was quite impressed with the two guys. One of the guys that you started the business with, who was a really nice guy, very complimentary,
Sunday.
and his friend, and they were in a 20,000 foot space doing something. I think they're really interesting because they're challenging and they're believing in what AI is going to do for the future. So I think they're very hot in the team. Simon, I think I see him. He's very knowledgeable. He's very into the process of manufacturing. He is all about numbers, manufacturing. He'll know how plants are laid out. He'll know what the material ratio is for each product, and so on and so forth. So he's very, very good on that. The question is where does he see the opportunity for AI Infinity in his daily work? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the dashboard in the manufacturing plant that makes all of that work? Yeah.
Yes. I think Simon is actually following up also with me. How do we make it work happen, right? I think your feedback you told me about, so like 2 days ago, last week, we talked about Simon, right? Yeah. So I'm also talking to Deepak as well, just sent an email, he's very busy. I think we need to draw a line to Simon. What is that we can do? Because obviously he's running his own business, Metisq, which actually is a CEO for the business, and he's got some team working there. And obviously we can have the same B2B relationship with them, right? An example, okay, this is our product, you go away and then find out business for us, and then you can get a decent, very, very good say share of the business, right? An example, like 15% or then 5 to 15% based on how the level of engagement is, right?
Yeah.
And that is easy one to get. What do you think?
I do think it's good. But if he's bringing that in, and he's early doors for him, then he comes in because we're looking at his project. So really, on the product side, we should only really be inviting people to come who have got a project or an idea, or they've got a lead that they want to organise a meeting with. Then they come in and get involved with it. Okay, and we should concentrate more on us, as in Affinity or LiveCore, whichever way you want to look at it. Concentrate more on us and the benefit from us, rather than helping them be in a community where they can all chat to each other and have a nice idea and contribute something or whatever. We need to be much more around what we're delivering on sales and communication. Yeah.
Yes. No, that is really, really powerful what you said, Neil. I think, sorry, you just came out yesterday because sometimes I do things differently. You may not get it.
I'm all for that. I'm relaxed about that.
And
the problem is, if you introduce someone, they take 10 minutes or 20 minutes to talk about what they've done. And then you sort of go round the circle listening to them. And with the greatest of respect, I'll learn about them by the way they respond to questions rather than what they've done. You know what I mean?
That's a very good observation. Not about what they have done. Doesn't matter, isn't it? It's about how they respond, like Ian, right?
Yeah, exactly. And everybody tells a bigger story. If you notice, I find it really hard to talk about what I do. What I do is I advise people like this, design with the output, with some of the biggest companies in the world, but I work with the CEO like this with you. So when I was with Dira, I sat right alongside as an advisor to the main guy, mainly because of my ability to take things to market and so on and so forth. But I got involved in all sorts of thoughts that he had about structuring and politics and people and all that sort of stuff. And he's still a very good friend of mine to this day. And we turned that business round from number 8 in the market to number 1 in the market, and so on and so forth. So, but it is everyday conversations like this, and bouncing stuff off that's out of the years of people that are working in the board. We used to go away for workshops, brainstorming sessions, which of course I used to run. But ultimately, it was to gel and get the ideas going in the direction of the business and so on and so forth. So
I value that, Neil.
That's what I've always done. So whilst I can turn around and say, well, I look at the branding for O2, we did this, we did that. Yeah, but it's really a byproduct from what the business is trying to do. It's exactly what we're doing now with the branding and me writing you messages about, we are basically supporting human intelligence through explainable AI. I mean, that's a very powerful, simple statement. Now, you may not agree with it, and we can change it, but that's what we're doing all the time. And if you notice, the clarity with what we're doing now is getting much, much better. When we talk about what we're doing, what we're trying to do, how affinity works, how sentiment works, all of that, it's becoming much clearer and consistent, the messaging, which means we're moving in the right direction. Yeah?
I agree with you, Neil. I think, don't take me wrong, because, I really value your opinion. That's the reason why you're in the business in the advisory position,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We have Neil, you know him, right?
Yeah.
He's out of the way. I give the same opportunity for him. So, obviously, I value your opinion. That's what I think I've been involving you in most of the meetings, right? Because that's important for us. And 2 important things you mentioned today was really about we should not be a charity here to actually give the experience and knowledge to them.
Yeah.
Let them come up with it.
We want to be very business-like. We want to know what projects are coming in and how we can allocate the resources of Oris and others, if necessary, to support them. In the case of the project in with the car sales, with the showroom provide.
Let's do this.
It's a project that's really important because that can open the whole sector. So we need to put some time into that, and obviously Epic's going to bring us some money, and then they're going to introduce us to more. And then I think on the 9th we've got a meeting with, which is probably tomorrow, we've got a meeting with HSBC India, and that will throw out stuff. And then we've got quite a lot of work going through. So then we need to start looking at who's the next lot that we're going to look at. Where's the next investment's going to go in and trying to generate business. Yeah.
I agree with you. I think if you were to take that one, right? So basically, what is that? Okay, the sales meetings on Tuesday is completely sales focused, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now and then I can bring maybe 1 or 2 people as needed, but they have no introductions.
So if someone's talked to you through the week, or on Friday someone joins us, because on Friday you can talk about Tosis's ideas. We can table certain new product development ideas and send out a message saying we're going to talk about this subject, and then you get Tosas to do a presentation, you get the key people involved who might be able to help or contribute, but we focus on that sector and how we're going to build it. So in the case of Simon, the automobile industry is interesting, so that's quite right why he would come in if Amy was doing a talk on it, because there we're developing product, we're doing research, we're creating new IP, and we're defining a way going forward. Now, if you find someone really interesting with an interesting idea, or they're an interesting sector like news and media, then obviously bring them in as a topic to discuss how that market might work. Yeah.
As an expert to tell about, not about what we're doing, right? Basically.
Yes. Because the output is we want to almost interrogate those ideas to see which ones we think has legs.
Brilliant, Neil. So this is exactly what, brilliant, I got it. So Tuesday meeting, it's basically about the business development, right? So basically, let's focus on it. I think for sure, enough is enough. Honeymoon.
Resourcing and fees, yeah?
Yes, honeymoon period is over. Let's get to business, right?
Yeah. No, I think what you've been doing is great, because you've been building a team. You've been bringing people in that you find and you think are interesting, which I think is great. I think it's working well. But I think if we're not careful, we'll end up spending too much time talking about people's past careers rather than what's important for us to make this a multi-million-pound business.
So let's do this, I think, and maybe let's make the statement on Friday. Maybe you can tell the same thing. I think we don't care about what is in the past. Let's start from day zero now, right? So that's it. What is it?
We don't have to do that. What we need to do is structure the discussions about which products we're thinking of developing. And then I think if you do it really well, if you send out an email to the guys, then they can decide, whether it's worth their while coming into the meeting.
Yeah. Can you see?
Otherwise, what will happen is some of them won't make any money. They'll then start getting some freelance work, consultancy work, and then they'll start disappearing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if we have topics that we want, then we can draw on the family. So they're part of the family. We know who they are. We're always available to talk to. If they've got an idea and they want to develop it, they can call you and bring it into the system. All right. So that's what I would suggest on those two areas.
There are a few things I think came up, Neil, because the reason why yesterday, I mean, we don't need to talk about it. Let's forget about it. So whatever has happened, I think I really welcome your idea and thoughts. That's really brilliant, because now that we have 3 sessions happened, right? Logically, if I wanted to retrospectively ask the question to me, the introductions are enough, and also obviously now everyone knows who is who. Basically, we don't need to talk about time to time. People can come in just briefly. We don't need to tell about everyone again. Around the table. That's fine. But yesterday was really important because we had Sandeep and also Steve came in, because those guys are really actually our valued partners.
No, Sandeep, I thought they were great guys. Really like them, but I would like them to be more in the Friday meeting because I think they'll be very interesting on certain subjects. Unless we've got a collaborative brand or collaborative product like with Mode Finance.
No, they're not tech company. They're not tech companies. So they only use our product like an SI, right? So I can bring them on. I can bring them on Fridays if they need it. Obviously, they can also listen in what they have, and also Neil, they're also making they're making like 6.5 million or something last year turnover, right? And it's not. I mean, it's good, but obviously they are still a services organization. They don't have any intellectual property. Like example, anyone, like you said in the very beginning, anyone can change their company. Today it could be Geos. Tomorrow it could be ABC company, right? The procurement director will change, and you have to go from day zero, unless you have some intellectual product or maybe services. Otherwise, people will not value. People resourcing and services. It's not a greatest business, right? But of course, there's money. They're making 6 million, which is good. And Sandeep is a friend of mine. Obviously, I know
so in a sense, they're really a client in a way. But what you can be doing with them is we can be developing products with them. So if you have an idea of the next product, then that comes into the product development meeting as a topic about how we develop it. Likewise, with Mode Finance, that should come in as a development, because what we're doing there is talking about our tracking packages. And pricing those tracking packages, which is what we're going to have a look at in a minute. So what we're doing is we're looking at what we need to do resource-wise to deliver the product to service existing clients and come up with new ideas and keep the relationship with the license going. And then obviously new channels that we can take the concept of sentiment into. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that just playing with those hours in a way that benefits you or us.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. I think this is really very valid, because my nature sometimes, Neil, is that I would like to explain to people, because sometimes people may abuse it, right? The information, you never know what happens beneath, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
I think you're absolutely brilliant, Raj, and I think you're really good at controlling people. Your temperament's very even. I think you're very positive guy, and you're smart. You know how to manipulate what you want. So you got out of the meeting yesterday what you wanted in a very nice way. I'm just a bit more direct because I come from a big PLC background where
we need that. We definitely need that. Because my wife also sometimes says to me that, I talk sometimes a lot, and obviously, that is my nature. I cannot avoid it. And I will try to learn every single conversation when I speak to
but you mustn't change it, Rush, because it's what's unique and it's what people like and respond well to. So it's very, very important you don't change.
Correct.
All we just need to make sure of is we ask more questions. We need to get more information out of there. them over us. Yeah.
I agree. And I think, you're absolutely right. And on that note, right, some sales meeting Tuesday, mainly focus on business development. What are the projects we have? What are the new projects we are building, right? Yeah. Is it right?
Yeah. That's basically it. So as boring as it is, the chart that you've got with all the projects is the centerpiece on that. Yeah. Because what happens is, as you go down, you can ask each person to just update where they are. So Amy can update where she is. What that does, it means before they come into the meeting, they make phone calls and things to make sure they have answers in the meeting so they don't look up. Yeah.
I know. But can you see my screen, Neil, or no?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Because that's what, if you remember, I sent a note to them yesterday morning before the meeting happened, 3 hours before. But, what is happening is that, as you can notice, right, people like, Amy is brilliant. She's a fireball, right? So she knows the value of the time and she knows she wanted to do something. We need to have people like that. Obviously, not everyone will be like that. Of course, if we are not here, actually, like you said, what fundamentally that's also with me. We're not here actually to train a person 6 months and do the job. From week or two, you should be able to ready.
At the moment, they're gathering a lot of very, very good intellectual information because of the group of people around.
That's not good, is it?
That is a benefit for them for when they're consulting. Yeah.
And
now,
you're absolutely
they
right.
won't come back our way, because they go and say, look, I've got this thing, a bit like I did with Skillify, and then everybody's bought it. You've been introduced. All we now need is the money, and it will come our way, because it's going to be the centerpiece of what we're going to develop. Yeah.
Right.
So the bottom line is that could turn out to be quite a lucrative deal. Yeah.
I agree. And of course, Neil, I think, like I said,
I want other people to do the same. You see what I mean? So,
and
not everything will come in, so
no,
that's another thing.
And I agree with you. So what I'm saying is that for you, that this is really important for you to be in there, obviously, the advisory board, what we have right now, right? Deepak is very busy. That's why he cannot join every day. And obviously, we need to make this at least with a group general counsel. You, Alexander, will be there. And obviously not this week because he's moving country. And also he needs to step up for sure, because obviously he's a good salesman for sure. That's what his job is for 15 years at the bank. Now that maybe he may not change it immediately, but I think, I've been supporting him like an example. What is it you need? If he can tell what he needs, exactly building up a company from zero, right? And which I have done for the last 10 months, and exactly like putting the right people for sustainability. And then he has to deliver at the end of the day, right? What is you wanted to talk? It's not about talk. You can talk in front of the customer, but still within our team, we don't need talk, right? We need to have some action, isn't it? And to
be honest with you, I think we're going fine. Epic's going through. You've got your current client that you've got with HSBC, which is a real winner, and you're making money on it. All of that is adding value to the business because there's money coming in. We need to up it. We need to get more money coming through, so on and so forth, as you know. And we need to now develop our packages, subscriber tracker packages, so that we've got that going on as well. And so it's all going well. We've got a good load of leads. We've got some work we're doing in the car. It's all fine. It's all good. What I think is definitely going to happen, I think there's going to be a massive boom in this sector, because I think AI is going to become the big subject that everybody's going to get hold of and get into. So I think there's going to be a really busy period where you could build this business significantly with just people solving problems in AI. That's the bit we've got to watch.
Yeah, I agree. So it's
an absolute mirror to retail design in the late 70s, early 80s, which absolutely stormed it, because everybody could put 20 to 30% on their income by organising their stores in a way that sold better. Yeah, that's the business I was in. I worked 24 hours a day, slept under my desk, I've worked with over 150 companies worldwide, maybe more. But that was because of that skill base. The same could happen to you. The pencil is different. The pencil is code, as opposed to the pencil which was one that you drew with all those years ago. Yeah,
I agree with you.
But it's the same thing. It's a revolution.
Yeah, Neil, just very quickly on the team, right? I think I want your honest opinion, right? Because I have a feedback for all of them, right? I know some people cannot be the same level of performance, because when you level up the game, people will not catch up. This is fundamental principle, right? When I did businesses, not businesses, when I led teams in businesses, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Not everyone can contribute because you need that equilibrium, right? Because you've seen you led businesses. Not if everyone can perform well, then obviously you need to constantly level up the game, right? It's challenging. And here I think I just wanted to your honest opinion about what is that we have right now. Now, so whatever we have right now, we need to work with them. If people can come in, fine. If they don't come in, I don't care. And we still attract the right people. We just move on. We just do not wait for anyone to just join the board, right? This is a principle I had the day one. It's happening, right? So please stay with me for the next 2 minutes and just quickly tell your opinion on technical team. We know we have obviously Oris is there. We're just kind of discussing about his position, right? And the worst case scenario, if he's prepared to leave based on whatever it is, I have to be ready for that. Because as I said, everyone is replaceable. And we cannot just give favors for someone just because of they've done something, right? If they have done something already intellectually, I would have respected. That's why he's got to respect in a business. But at the end, they have to feel the same. If they don't have the same respect and a long-term vision, then what can you do?
But just I'll give you a feedback on Oris. I think he's great. I think he's very committed. So I've noticed him stepping up and getting involved in more stuff, commenting more, and he's clearly, you respect him, and I think he's great. I think he'll grow actually. So I think he's very, very good actually.
Okay,
but we are still a startup business, so there's no point in us lying and saying, look, we're going to pay you 60 grand a year. We can't afford it. It's just what it is. We haven't got the money at the moment, but when things get better, you'll be the first person that we will look at.
Right. That is the case also, Neil. That is also the case because he's the first person who is getting paid. Like I said, the figure already I told you, right? Like £30,000, right? And even from day one, like an example, 6 months back, which is actually who does that, right? And also, we were also trying to give him more cash options for him, and also this person doesn't get it. And obviously, now what we're telling is that obviously he said he's going to Italy for 3 months, right? July and August and maybe perhaps September. He told me yesterday. And I said, it's okay.
But he can work for this. It doesn't stop him working.
No, I'm not saying it's not. And obviously, I said to him, I didn't say no to him, but obviously, whatever, it's okay.
What I would say is, go to Italy. That's fine. It's exactly what I would say. I say it all the time. In fact, one of my top architects is in Italy. I'll speak to him later. He works in Bosa. Happy as Larry. And the reason why is the cost is lower, the weather's great, enjoy the experience, still getting a salary, and can still do a day's work with you. So where's the problem?
So it's not restrict, obviously, that's a different thing, but I think I kind of mentioned him, that's fine as well. And Deepak also was a little bit aware of, we talked about that, that's what happened. And obviously the level of commitment will be different, right? Say an example, when we go to an August or something to client, in example, September, we need to have people around, right? We cannot just call in for their flight, what?
But I wouldn't worry about it necessarily, because I think, we live in this cloud industry, so I would be less nervous about it. Personally, I may be giving you wrong advice here, but I would, and also that justifies the fact you pay him 45 grand a year, and it justifies the fact that he can work wherever he wants. If he wants to come out of the UK, that's why it doesn't really matter. It's what he delivers. If he doesn't deliver, then that's a different matter.
Yes, I agree. And I'm not worried about the fact. I think just as we need to be aware of this, what actually the proposal what we came up with, I told to Deepak, we're hitting summer, July and August, right? Obviously, we're doing our best, but something is against us, which is August, right? So obviously, people will kind of try to chill back. And why don't we do this? Government has introduced a part-time furloughing, which is actually, this, right? They're also doing the part-time furloughing from July, which means that you can able to put the employees on part-time furlough, which means that they can work 3 days or 4 days a week. And, obviously not full-time, the government can still pay some money, basically, for people, right? I advised Deepak, why don't we do this thing for us? He's working 4 days a week. Let him continue 4 days a week. And we will tell him, your salary will be exactly 30,000, what you're paying right now. And work 4 days a week and enjoy, whatever time you have research, he's got is another research what's happening in your business, right? It's okay. And there is no change for you as it is in terms of fundamentally what you do. You can be in Italy, you can be Spain, wherever it is, right? We don't care as long as the work is delivered. And obviously we'll put you on part-time furloughing. Even I can also do the same thing for 4 days a week, right? At least I can get some money back because that's important, right? And
I've done the same with my business. I furloughed Charlotte myself, which is a bit naughty really, because we've got work going on, but it's fine,
No, we have to do that, obviously, but we have to take use of some other things, right? It's okay. I mean, obviously, from my present is different because obviously I've been posting all the time. LinkedIn, if they say somewhere, what's going on with this guy, he's furloughing, right? So, and so what I'm trying to say is that is a proposal I told Deepak that, okay, Deepak, okay, let's talk him. We're talking about now 28 or something. We'll do the same salary, whatever it is, 4 days a week. Yeah. As soon as we have the first company profit coming in, wherever it is, in the next 1-2 months, we do our best. Then he will go up to 42 or the figure what we're talking about. That way.
So when we spoke last time, I think you were talking about maybe giving it 40 or 45, something like that.
45 is the one he's looking for.
Yeah.
But Deepak is saying that obviously that is his proposal, and it's tough for us to actually even go to get close to 36 or 40 because we don't want to commit anything, especially when the revenues are kind of in this position, right?
Yeah. No, I understand. So okay, so well, certainly with him going to Italy makes it easier to discuss different fee structure, doesn't it? So that's the important thing. Is he giving up his apartment in London, or is he?
No, I think he's going to as a holiday. I think, yeah.
It's a holiday.
Okay. He's got his family there. I think he's not married, but he's got his 2 brothers and a mother or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And basically about it, I think it's honest, right, Neil? Because why do we kind of say something to him, which we cannot able to look at? Why do we stress out from our business when we don't see the money? Already we spent around 20,000 just on the salaries for him, and it's a significant cost, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. He will be, but he's good, and you need him, and he seems to be doing quite a good job yesterday. So that's. I would say at the moment he would be a key person. So just keep that in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
And then, what do you think about who's the next guy that you've got there?
Okay, so basically, do you think that's okay? The proposal, what we're telling him as well, yeah.
No, personally, I think it's worth. If it's on 30 now, you've got to give him an increase, because I think that's fair, and because of the work that's coming through and stuff like that. If it was me, I would probably go for 35. So look, let me put you up to 35. Go off on your holiday. Let's review it in October or November or something, or early next year. But let's go ahead on that basis. And if you want to travel and do stuff, as long as you do the work we're asking for, the zoo, I would certainly give him a bit of an increase just to make him feel valued. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What has Deepak offered him? What's Deepak offered him so far?
No, actually, the ball is in Deepak's court now. I actually showed my view that this is what it is, and we had a brief chat. And just chatting Deepak as well right now that so he said that's okay. Maybe you're right that we can able to give him a little bit more, just not 30. And also we're adding pension to him, and also we're adding bonus also, right?
Yeah.
Obviously that is also something extra, right?
Yeah.
But
I would certainly give him $5,000 extra or whatever. Divide that by 10, it's 500 quid a month. It's less than that. It's 12, so it's £480 a month extra. He's got to pay tax on that and all the rest of it. But bottom line is it helps. Yeah.
Okay, I understand. So you think it's always better to increase a little bit more, and
rather than angle it on the fact that if he's having a holiday or he's decided to work for a couple of months in Italy, if he works from there, then great. What you're going to watch for is he doesn't go off and get another job or something. So you need to keep a little bit. And at the moment, I think I've certainly been around where you've invested a lot of time with him, and I genuinely see changes in him. I see him progressing quite well. I think he's doing well. Where he'll end up, I don't know, but he's definitely improving.
Yes, definitely. He was definitely much more.
Thanks to you. Thanks to the process.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah, that's really good. I just reminded Deepak as well about it because he's just a little bit unrested right now because of his, obviously Deepak directly talked to him on Wednesday or Thursday last week. He said, obviously, you'll come back to him. And noticed he's kind of chasing me, and I said, yes, please allow 1 or 2 days because I don't want to get into the conversation. And obviously, it's not good, is it? And obviously, Deepak is in the court, and I told him my views. And so I think I also reminded, basically on that note, and let him do. I think I also said to him that let's see what we can able to increase the rise, and also. Yeah, I think that's a fair comment what you mentioned, and also instead of increasing the salary, we can also give him the bonus, right? Which means that you don't need to pay the tax and everything. An example. That's
No, exactly. But I think it shows that you're committed. You said it big. You go, look, we really like you. You're great. You're coming on a lot. Really improving as well. Just before that, we're going to give you another £5,000 a year. Now, it's only, to be clear, it's only £350 a month extra where you are ish. And you may have national insurance or whatever else on top of it, or whatever. And then, so also you're part of the bonus scheme. So if you become successful with all this stuff, then clearly there'll be some more money coming your way. I think that's a good deal, and I would at this moment in time, I would be strong on that. Remember, if it doesn't work out and he resigns and leaves, you won't pay him £5,000 extra, will you? Because he'll be gone. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's worth doing. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 ways. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I think you're absolutely right on that. And
it's your call. It's your call. All I'm saying is that's how I would look at it. If it's affordable, I mean, again, this is all based on the fact that it's affordable. So I do understand that. Yeah.
Sure. I think that is where I think your view is also important because you've seen the person and also the things like that, right? Which is good. I think let's keep that conversation. Also, one thing he doesn't get it is like, Neil, you know what? It's very valuable, the equity, right? It's an example. Today you might hold 5%, right? It is not 5% all the rest of the life because remember that guy said, right? I mean, you know this, right? The value of the pie always increases, right? And which means that your shareholding will decrease.
Yeah.
Right. Rather than having 5% or maybe 1% on a million company, why don't you have a 0.5% on a $1 billion company, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's absolutely. And honestly, the equity, but we understand that because we're business owners, and in fact, I'm right in the middle of a rather messy sort of negotiations with Skidify based on shareholding and ego, and it's rather disappointing because if it's not careful, it will derail what is a brilliant potential business. So it's so important that you get that. But he doesn't understand it. But I'll tell you now, if we sell this business in 3 years' time for 100 million, and he's got, for what you want to do, he's got 5% in terms of share options, which you can execute on sale. That's a fuck of a lot of money.
He doesn't get it because he hasn't seen that, right? Isn't it? Yeah.
It's £5 million, so that's it done.
And they won't get it. I think even the lawyer also the other day we had a call with him with all of the people, right? And he also said he's trying to raise a 120 million valuation of the company. And he said, a lot of people who actually hold large small equity, they're actually almost having like $250,000, at least $500,000, which is like good, right?
Yeah.
And
listen, a couple of 100,000 will be amazing for him. He'll get it then. But at the moment, he doesn't get it because there's no sign of it being sold because it's early days in the development of the business. So I think that's worth doing. So
that's about him. And
the other two guys that you've got there, you've got Seb. I can't read the other one because it's in brown and it's on hold. Who are they? Are they for discussion, or are you happy with what the situation is?
Okay, so basically, Ehsan is actually a PhD guy in AI in the US, and he's now going through this green card situation, right? So he's now going through his lineup channel right now to finish off. He'll be back by July. So he's on hold right now, but he's a really good guy to have. He doesn't have too much of expectation, and his current expectation is like, PhDs, they don't pay much, I think, right? 50K or something, yeah?
Yeah.
50K or something, which is very bad, if you look at it. They are fantastic. They're working like donkeys, really, for the universities, and that's per year, yeah. And so obviously he's a very humble guy, and obviously his priority is to get a job in the US to live, right? Not live, to live. So basically, his wife is already there as H1B, and also he's applying for. I said to him, I gave you time, get whatever you want. Postdoc, when I say a job, it's not about a physical, kind of, university, postdoc job, yeah. Like in the university, which is really good because he's still connected with the university and the research and everything, and then he can work for us part-time. He's a good guy, still the board is on the table. That I said to him, go away, take your time, get you something. If you're stressed out, don't worry about working for us for now. Just hang on, and just if you want to join the coffee, meeting or something, that's not a problem. It's okay. And we have Sebastian, who's an intern, and obviously his internship will finish off very soon, this week or next week. So which means that obviously then the question would be, how do we get him paid? Obviously we have 60 hours from him from the university for free, and that is going off, right? So obviously we're not in a position to pay him. At the same time, he needs experience, right? Who will give the experience? Yeah, he learned a lot in the last 1 week or so.
Yeah, the answer with him is he's an intern. If there's a place for him, you've got the work, you can call on him. But I wouldn't worry about looking after him. Just let him. He's come by the university. He's had some experience. You've done your bit, and take it from there. And maybe use him as a freelancer or something like that. But I don't think you would necessarily need to have him as a full-time member of staff.
Yeah, you think as well, right? It's not important, isn't it?
No, what I would try and do is network with, as you're doing, with a whole load of very clever people on the outside, and using Oris as the link to make sure that it all works. You and Oris to check everything out. I mean, that's how I run this business.
That's interesting. That's very interesting, Neil. Actually, what you said is very, very interesting about.
But outsource it. We've already started that process with the conversation with Puerto Rico. Obviously, the Russians that you talk to, and you've got the Indians as well. The Indian, the guys that were working out of there. So you've already started to build a bit of a network there, and I would use them more and more with subscription payments, pay them per job.
Agree. And I think the India team is really, really shaping up very well, Neil. I think you saw the guys yesterday, right? I think they're really on the edge. They're already kind of teaching some of the things which we don't know. You saw yesterday.
But that's why it's an advantage, because you get information coming in. You know what I mean? People that are talented don't hide ideas because they've always got another idea coming. You always be aware of people that don't really have ideas. Yeah,
I agree with you, and you're absolutely right. I think on that note, because that's very connected with the UCL, right? To get the bright ideas, isn't it? So absolutely. Yes, I'll do. Perfect. And I think the India team is really good, and also the fact, right? So they're not expecting anything at the moment, which is really great. And also, I wanted to give something to them, because at the end of the day, it should not take anything for free, right? So,
but for instance, let's say we land the project to do Epic, okay, and it's 10 grand. We know that the cost for that we've got to spend is about £3,000. You can easily give them, £1,000, which probably in the currency conversion will be okay, and for them to do, a package of work. And then you've got Oris there, who's the employee, who's got to check all the code, make sure it all works, solves all the problems. And then obviously that then gets implanted into the platform for Mode Finance, and on you go to the next one. Yeah.
Got it. I think I would like to keep the India team motivated, because obviously I'm spending a lot of time with them, because you didn't see that, but it's important for them to feel part of the team. And also they will feel that obviously, they're learning something, and also they're intellectual people. They always like to learn. And they haven't worked in AI before. Obviously now it's a big learning curve for them to learn about AI. Although they're tech guys actually in the front end, but obviously when they see this, that's a gap, right? They would like to learn. I'm happy I'm happy to extend them. Like you said, these people are now all the time into learning, right? They can do for free. They can actually, as long as there's a learning for them, and that's what their life is about, right? And
so I think you should definitely have a go at that. Yeah.
That's happening very well. I think the technical side we are really very well. I'm having a hands-on with. With all the things going on, but eventually when Oris comes back to that level, or maybe someone else, I think things will be much different. Yeah. And so basically that's about that as well. Our
I'll come back to my favorite subject, how much money you're making on each of these tracking packages. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So show me the spreadsheet where you've got the breakdown of what we can charge and how much will come to us.
Yeah. Okay.
And then with the things with Mike Buckworth, obviously what I'm saying about that, this is your looking for that spreadsheet, what I'm saying about that is what we need is we need at the front is the destabilizing factor. So it's talking about the world, it's talking about coronavirus, it's talking about how technologies are changing, how we're going into a new industrial revolution and all that sort of stuff. Then we talk about AI Infinity, which is about amplifying human intelligence through explainable AI. Yeah? That's just such a powerful statement. And you say that's what our business is about, and the person reading the document will see it. And then you go into what the product is, how it works. You talk about, where the gap is if you've gone on the diagram. So you've got front of house, middle house, back of house, and then you've got this front end thing that's not working. You then show the products, you show some examples of what it is, and then you go into the benefits. It's about speed, it's about real time, it's about coordinating across different silos of data, la-di-da-di-da, what I can say. And then you finish off with the blocks, and the blocks is this is the team, which you've got is good, the finances, which is really good, and obviously the product. So everybody knows exactly with a roadmap of what you're going to do, which you've got all of that information in there, but just edit it down into those 3 blocks. Yeah? And so I think all it will be is an editing process. Take stuff out and keep it simple. So it's destabilize, the solution, benefits, roadmap, and that's it.
I agree with you. I agree. I think that is very powerful as well. I think now that it's also very...
Because you've only got a few minutes to capture anybody's attention. And part of the problem with that business plan that we did, it's got too much detail with too many people looking at it. So as a result, it doesn't really sell the big idea.
No, it is that. It's a big,
It doesn't sell the big idea.
Yeah, I see that.
So I'm going to do a pitch deck, so I'm going to do the same.
I agree with you.
Because the guys went and did a pitch the other day to an investor, and the information came back. It might have been what it was before we got involved in turning it around. It's just the wrong guys were selling outdated ways of selling. It was, disaster.
You should take over, I think, to do the presentations, eh?
Well, probably, but at the end of the day, I probably will go forward. But it was a family member, so it was better that he did it rather than it was a new one. So.
No, I agree. I think on that note, Neil, I think just very quickly, I'll show you the spreadsheet. What I'm saying, I think that the few other people also in the business, I think, right? How do we make it happen? Obviously, you are there in sales and operations, right? I mean, along with us, I think it's me there, of course, and it's important. And Ian is out of the picture right now because he's not responding, and there is no need for us to follow up him, because obviously, why should we convince someone to just join? So if you see value, come in. If not, then out of the way. And Amy is
just let him drift on and stuff. He's probably he's busy doing other stuff, and it's time and all the rest of it. So so don't worry.
I would say Amy is a fireball. I think she's really better than me. I would say that what if I wanted to color myself, I think I would call light, right? She's really great. I think. Who do you think in the sales we can bring in? So do you think that guy Simon can be an extra hand?
No, I think the sales team is all of the guys that are in our community. They are our salespeople. That's the concept. We don't have don't go back to your bank corporate days where you
I agree.
Those structures don't really work so well these days because you can't do cold calling.
No, I totally agree. I think the reason I'm with you completely. Sorry, don't let me just complete this one. What I mean is that there are some people in business like about this Ali, right? He would not personally take that initiative, right? He's the kind of guy who actually be in the back end and actually trying to do research and actually, this is wrong, this is right. I've seen that. I think that is his mindset, right?
Yeah.
And we would not expect him to write a sales deck or presentation or maybe, be in front of the customer because it's too detailed. Yeah. And we need Alexander instead so that he'll make the sale happen. Of course, you as well. And this is what I mean. Who is our core sales kind of mindset people we have in our business?
I see what you're saying. Well, I certainly think Amy is.
Yes.
I think she's a project manager, but she sees the opportunity. She's very entrepreneurial.
Yes.
So I think very good. To be honest with you, that's probably about it, I would say.
Correct. I mean, we don't. What about the lady Bipasha? Did you think she's any?
Yeah, I'm not sure about her. She's very nice. And she's very affable. But I don't see any grit in her. I think she's a bit corporate. Do you know what I mean? I think she's fine snoozing clients that you've already got, but I don't think she's someone who'll go out and get clients particularly.
I know, okay, I know. That's very interesting thing. We need to ask also her because she's also now coming up to the level to understand, how do we, what is the structure for her, right? Basically,
yeah, so maybe push her a bit harder and say, look, where do you see yourself fitting here, and what business can you bring, and how are you going to go about doing it, and so on and so forth, yeah? And we can give you support material to go and do it.
Yeah, I sent an email to her. She has to come back. And obviously, she said she can do the indirect kind of sales and example introductions, which is also fine as long as, if we can bring that, we can able to make that happen, right? And obviously, the lady Duripa who came yesterday also, she's interested, and she could be also indirect, obviously indirect sales, right?
Yeah, it's very unfair to make a comment because it's the first time I met her. She's certainly in the news industry, which I think there is an issue there on sentiment and fake news and stuff. So I think there is definitely a product in that. The only thing I would say is she's been in a charity organisation for a number of years. She's come out of that. It's just whether she's still hungry in the same way as she was before. Do you know what I mean? Which is, so for me, interesting to hear from her, but we'd have to see how she develops, I think.
Agree. And I think all these people do think obviously there is no commitments as yet. Just come along and see what you can bring to the table.
If anyone brings any work to us or any fee proposals, then obviously we will immediately have to agree with them a 5% commission or something and go from there. Do you know what I mean? So that immediately will determine who will be part of the team. Yeah?
It's not about anything like obviously options or retainers at this moment for these people,
no,
right?
No, absolutely 100% no way, Jose. Only when they become invaluable will they become valuable. Yeah.
How do we make the message to them, Neil? I think it's just like, I don't know how to say it. I think maybe.
No, I think what you've got to do is just say to them, look, what we need to do is see what you can do, what leads you can bring. You and I, you came to a workshop that I did at UCL. We had loads of conversations about stuff. I did it with absolutely no intent of gaining anything from it. It was just interesting, and I enjoyed the conversation and so on and so forth. Then we started to see there was definitely shape coming to what we were doing, and so it's evolved, And then we got to a point where we said, okay, we'll spend 4 or 5 weeks doing stuff. I've got leads coming into you from. I've got a network I haven't even started to tap on yet until we get a bit further down the line. So there's lots of things that I can bring to the party. So, as we quite rightly say, we said, well, in that case, then let's agree a small amount of money, not a huge amount of money, which is a commitment, and then that makes both parties feel good. But the long-term goal is obviously to sell it with an equity stake. But then not everybody will think like me, because not everybody's been and built and sold businesses. That's the
they haven't seen it.
Reality.
They haven't seen it, right? I totally agree. Yeah. And also this lady Bipasha, she's connected with some startups, and obviously she might be getting, the feeling I got from her is that she might be getting a little bit more equity options, because she became like a marketing director or something for one of the startup in the Seattle business, right? I'm sure she's getting some money and what, but I think that's different business. We are not that, right? We cannot match up, right?
Yeah, the only thing I could see her helping us with is maybe, because of her connections, maybe she could help our marketing and sales online or however else we want to go to market. She may have some ideas on that. And that's different. If she's then marketing us, then there's probably a deal needs to be done. But we need to be clear what it is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, if she's got a network, then we would like to see it. I don't think her network will be that big, although she is dealing with startups. The trouble with startups, they don't have any money. Yeah.
I agree. Do you think it's worthwhile conversation with Deepak with her? Because I told her that because I need to have.
I would give her time. I'm not convinced. My instincts are not great. I think when I started to put the pressure on in terms of what I thought the company was and how it was moving and how we would open it up, I think she felt a bit uncomfortable with all that.
Really? Okay. Why don't we do this, right? So I think, okay, I don't get to Deepak because Deepak is very direct and straightforward, right? He will ask. You see?
What I would do is just ask her to come along, or ask her to think about how she could fit with us, following yesterday. So put more questions out there. Ask her to come back and how she sees it might work, how she could contribute, what she would be looking for long and short term, etc., etc. Yeah?
And also it has to be the valuable outcomes, right? Not just doing some research.
Do that with everybody. Do that with everybody. Get everybody to write back what they think that they can, including Simon, how they feel they can contribute once they've spent a bit of time coming to our various gatherings.
Correct, because of course, I've been sending the emails to everyone. I mean, not copying everyone, but obviously I sent it to Bipasha and also Ali. And
what you're doing is fine.
Yes,
what we've got to do is have a filter system so we don't end up being a charity feeding huge amounts of valuable
information
thinking and future thinking, into these guys. So they can,
you could have put me in control before the meeting yesterday. What I didn't know. This is what I think we need to have a 5 minutes catch up before the call, just to see that how do we steer the meetings, right? Because sometimes I just
I agree with that. The only problem is you and I we get caught, and we've got meetings overrun, and I've got Skidify on my back, and then I've got I'm way behind on all my planning application stuff, which I've got to do today. I'm finished with you. My phone will go down, and I won't speak to anyone today.
No, it's okay. It's great.
I've got a 4 o'clock board meeting with Skidify, but it's only the Skidify board. It's not the other company because there's this split. You have no idea. I'll tell you one day. It's an absolute nightmare. Absolute bloody nightmare. The shareholding, nightmare.
No, I remember what you said. The pains you're going through. I think the sales wise.
I say to you right at the beginning, I thought that was going to be the problem. All I can say, Raj, is that I bloody well clearly have obviously a clairvoyant. I can see stuff way before anybody else does.
It's all learning from thanks to YouTube, right? All the time learning from the YouTube previous experience of the startups, right? If you just pay attention, there's information everywhere, right? You can listen to them. I think that's really good about the thing.
The one thing that was really interesting is we had a very interesting call yesterday, not yesterday, the day before Monday. We had a really interesting call with a guy called Guido Kay, who's a big guy in Silicon Valley, and he's a friend of one of our directors.
Do you say Peter Thiel? No, which one was it?
Pardon?
Peter Thiel, like PayPal guy.
Peter Kay, he's Peter Kirsten or something like that. But anyway, we call it Peter Kay, and he was there. He came on, bless him. He came on and gave us an hour of his time and discussing things and what was going on, and it was absolutely brilliant. But I think he is brilliant for us in AI because that's his territory. He's right in that territory. And I went into a meeting because I was, we had a time. I went in 10 minutes early. By mistake, actually, to be honest with you, and I did. And he was talking to a load of guys with a whole load of charts like you've got in front of you.